Laws of exponents. Here we want to talk about the zero exponent. Remember, exponent is a small number to the top right of a base, which can be a number or variable. The zero exponent basically means something is always going to equal 1. In the example, we have 4 to the 4th power over 4 to the 4th power. Using the division property, we can subtract 4 minus 4, which is going to give us 0. 0 is always going to equal 1. The reason is because 4 to the 4th power means 4 times itself 4 times. And when you divide a number above over the same number, that is equal to 1. So for example, if I had 4 to the 1st power over 4 to the 1st power, technically that equals 4 to the 0 power. But 4 to the 1st power over 4 to the 4th power, well, what's 4 divided by 4? That is equal to 1. So anytime you see anything raised to the 0 power, that is just always going to equal the number 1. So here we have a few examples. I want to simplify the expression by using the zero exponent property. A zero exponent is going to equal 1. So this first term, because I have 2 to the 0 power, that really means the number 1. And now because I need to simplify, I'm going to use one of my other properties. In this case, I have a power to a power. So I'm going to use the power property, which says to multiply exponents. So 2 times 2 is 4, making my new exponent 4. Now 1 times 2 is just 2. So I have 2 to the 4th power. So now I have a 0. So I have 2n to the 0 power. This 0 power goes to technically those two items. So really I have 2 to the 0 power and n to the 0 power. However, because it's the 0 power, it's just going to equal 1 anyways. So I can go ahead and go straight from 2n to the 0 power to the number 1. Because anything to the 0 power, does not matter what is in there, will always equal 1. Leaving me with n to the 3rd power. Because there's nothing else to multiply, I just have 1n to the 3rd power, which can also just be written as n to the 3rd power because I do not need to write a 1 in front of a variable. So here is just a recap of all of the rules of exponents in one spot. If you are multiplying the same base, you add exponents. So we add exponents when multiplying. You keep the base, add the exponents. You multiply exponents when raising to a power. So power to a power. If I have a power over a power, I just multiply the exponents. I subtract exponents when dividing. So if I have the same base and I am dividing, or it is written as a fraction because fraction is division, I am just subtracting the top number with the bottom number. A negative exponent is basically just creating a fraction. It moves your negatives from top to bottom, bottom to top, depending on where it was originally located. And the zero exponent just basically means anything to the 0 power is always going to equal the number 1.